I got a call that my wife was rushed to the emergency room. When I told the nurse my name, she picked up the phone and said, "He's here." I stared at her. "What do you mean, he's here? Who are you talking to?" She placed the phone down carefully. "Mr. Brennan, please have a seat. Someone will be out to speak with you." "I don't want to speak with someone. I want to see my wife. Is she okay?" The nurse glanced past me towards something over my shoulder, then back to her screen. "I can't give you that information right now." She didn't respond to my follow-up questions, just kept typing. I felt like I was losing my mind. 20 minutes ago, I was finishing a late shift. Now I was standing in a hospital where no one would look at me or tell me anything. I turned to find her room myself. That's when I saw him, a security guard, standing between me and the hallway, arms folded, watching me like he'd been watching me the whole time. He didn't blink, didn't move. "Sir, you need to wait in the lobby." "I'm not waiting anywhere. My wife is hurt. I need to see her." "That's not possible right now." I felt my hands shaking, not from fear, from frustration, from the feeling that everyone knew something I didn't. That's when I saw Bethany, my mother-in-law, sitting by the vending machines, head in her hands. I rushed over. "Bethany, what's going on? Is Lena okay?" She lifted her head. Her eyes were red, swollen, but when she saw me, something shifted. Her sadness turned to something harder, colder. She stood up without saying a word, walked to the other side of the room, sat down with her back to me. What did I do? A hand appeared on my arm, firm grip. A man in a dark suit, badge clipped to his belt. "Mr. Brennan, I'm Detective Cousins. Come with me, please. I need to see my wife first." "That's not going to happen. Come with me." He started walking. I didn't follow. He turned around. "You can walk with me, or I can have Officer Rawlings escort you. Your choice." I looked at the security guard. He was already moving toward me. I followed the detective. We walked down a long corridor. Then I saw the cop, standing outside a room. I looked through the window. Bruises on her arms. A cut above her eye. "Lena." I lunged for the door. The detective grabbed me. "Not yet." He pulled me further down the hall. We stopped at a small room. Inside sat another cop, notepad ready. The detective gestured to an empty chair. "Sit down, Mr. Brennan. We need to talk about what you did tonight." I didn't sit. "What do you mean, what I did?" "I didn't do anything." The detective pointed at the chair. "Sit down." Something in his voice made me obey. He folded his hands on the table. "Walk me through your night." "I was at work, at the warehouse, finishing inventory. I got a call around 9 that Lena was brought here. I drove straight over. That's it." The detective studied me. "Anyone with you at the warehouse?" "Marcus until 7. Then I was alone." "So no one can account for your whereabouts between 7 and 9 p.m. It wasn't a question. "What is this? Why are you asking me this?" The detective opened a folder. "Your wife was brought in at 8:17 p.m. Multiple contusions. Laceration above her left eye. Bruising on her arms, neck, and torso. I felt dizzy. Who did that to her?" He ignored me. "The paramedics asked her what happened. She told them. The doctors asked. She told them, too. Same story every time. Very consistent. Very detailed." I leaned forward. "Then you know who hurt her. Why am I sitting here?" The detective looked me dead in the eyes. "She gave us a name, Mr. Brennan." "Silence. Your name." The floor dropped out from under me. "No. She says you've been hurting her for months. She says tonight you lost control." "That's not true." "None of that is true." He slid photographs across the table, one by one. Her face, her arms, her neck, bruises I'd never seen, wounds I didn't cause. "I didn't do this." My voice cracked. "I would never do this." The detective's expression didn't change. "She says you did." "She has dates, details, injuries that match her account." I stood up fast. The chair fell backward. The other officer jumped to his feet, hand on his weapon. "She's lying. I don't know why, but she's lying." The detective shook his head. "Mr. Brennan, turn around and place your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for domestic assault." The officer grabbed my arm, spun me around. Click, click, cold steel against my wrists. "You have the right to remain silent." I wasn't listening. I was staring at the wall, trying to understand how my life just ended in under 10 minutes. They walked me through the hospital. People stared. Bethany stepped into the hallway. "Monster," she said. Then she spit at my feet. We passed Lena's room. She was awake, watching me through the glass. I waited for her to cry, to look away, to show something that proved this was a mistake. Instead, she raised her hand, gave me a small wave, like she was saying goodbye to a stranger. They put me in the back of the squad car. I sat there in the dark, trying to understand how the woman I loved just destroyed my life. I still don't know why.